Hello and welcome to what is the first video of my F1 2019 career mode. So yeah, this is the first video I ever properly made, to be honest. It's just going through driver settings. Obviously I'm British, so I picked British. Just put my name in. But yeah, I think the time of recording this video, the full game, the anniversary edition, dropped today. Today's Friday. So yeah, we're just going through the numbers. I picked the number 66, just because that's the number I've always used. So there's my driver. You see a bit more of it there, but let's get into then in a minute. As the game lags, it makes me put my name in again. This isn't ideal. Just the game actually has my name as an audio name, which is quite good. So I've just decided to use that, obviously. It's selecting the driver number. That's my helmet I'm going to be using. And then gloves.
In F1 2019, you'll be invited to start your career by selecting a Formula 2 team. Driving for this team, you'll experience some key moments of a Formula 2 season, a thrill-packed racing championship in its own right, and the springboard to Formula 1. At the end of this feeder series, your choice of driver academy and your performance in F2 will determine the terms of the contracts offered by the teams as you embark upon your career in Formula 1 and begin to write your own chapter of motorsport history.
So yeah, here we go then. We just have to pick the teams. I decided I wouldn't go for anything that the other YouTubers had gone for. So I decided either, I'm not too sure on the name, but Trident and, what they're called. I want to leave the academy to the end. So watch to the end to see what team I pick. I decided to go with, I did a couple of races before I started the career mode on, 100 AI, and that was I was struggling with that, so I turned it down to 98. Let's get into our first scenario of the career.
Arden's new driver really commanding the race here. Devon Butler still ruthlessly giving chase. These two have been really scrapping it out for the early wins in the championship. And something's wrong. Butler sees his chance. Some kind of mechanical failure. Picking up speed again. It's unclear what the issue was. Can they still finish this race?
Looks like an issue with the turbo. You've lost some speed at the top end, but you're very close to the finish. You can still compete and get some points here. Don't give up. Just do the best you can. We're all behind you.
So then as we start, what is this scenario? Heading down into turn 10, we're going wide and lose the back end and through goes Weber.
That's great. Lucas can push
Obviously this scenario you have to let him through. I would have let him through anyway, but the mistake just made it a bit easier. And the game kind of has a bit of a moment.
Lucas wants me to pass on his thanks. I know it's frustrating, but you made the right call for the team. Now we're all with you. Just bring it home as best you can.
Gotta be honest though, Jeff, it wasn't really, I made a mistake. I didn't really give myself another choice.
At the moment,
But like I said, I would have let him through anyway. As down or inside goes someone. Not too sure what the FD names. I know like the big drivers like Norris, Russell, Jack Aitken, and some of the other ones, but not all of them. So hopefully you can help me out along the way. But then we got very wide trundle through the gravel and past go Delatraz and Fuoco, is that? No, Nick de Vries. I think. It just... This is the first time I'd ever, well, turned down the assists on the F1 game. So kind of, I'd always sort of used them, but never really needed them. So I've always kind of raced with the racing line on, and I don't know why as we lose the back end completely in the exit of the chicane. And that's pretty much our race done then. I mean, it was dead anyway. We had obviously that turbo issue that the game kind of puts you into. But yeah. Bit shocking really, his passes there. Tries for Wilco. Not too bad, the F2 names. So maybe we can have a look at getting back past for Wilco here. We head through the chicane. It's actually really slow off the final corner, and that we get a good exit, so we can have a good run in here, heading down into turn 1. They pull to the inside and absolutely fly past him then. And we're going to be back over to the left hand side of the track on the racing line for turn 1, but we go wide. Is he going to have another look at getting that past him? No, he isn't, as we cut further on round the lap. We go wide again there, but that wasn't as bad as the previous lap, as past him for Fuoco again. Devon Butler wins. The less said about that, the better, as we defend Fuoco again. Go a bit wide there, very wide, touching the gravel. These F2 cars, I think you couldn't really tell from gameplay just how hard they are to drive. I mean, people have been saying that they're understeery, but I find them really oversteery. You have to really be careful getting on the power, because the back end loves to step out.
So another fantastic victory for Carlin today. Davide, what do you think made the difference here?
I think what won them the race was their ability to adapt. At every point, they delivered what was needed. They were calm and steady when they needed to be, but they were ruthless and aggressive when it was demanded of them. There wasn't anything out there that they weren't preparing to handle. Let's see if they can keep it up this season.
And there you have it, today's winners. Having raised some of the biggest names in F1 to date, Carlin have once again shown their expertise when it comes to recruiting new talent. No doubt today's winners have a bright future ahead of them. They certainly deserve it after today's performance. After this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the driver's table. It's a good result for Devon Butler, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. And now, Davide Valsecchi, let me ask you, who is your driver of the day?
My driver of the day was Alessio Lorandi. He did a cracking job moving through the field, just showing why he's so highly rated in the paddock.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Teams Championship. Carlin moved to the top of the table. Goodbye for now then. But we really are just getting started. Make sure you join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
There you are. That was an exciting race. It definitely got people talking about you, which means I was able to secure a quick interview. Okay, we're all set over here. Just a minute. Remember, anything you say to the press can go very, very public. So be relaxed, but also be conscious of what you're saying and how it might come across to other people, okay? I think we're ready.
Great.
So Emma keeps telling me you're the one to watch this season. If that's true, you'll be doing plenty of these. Just remember, be yourself. And the more you can give me, the better this will go. Right, stand here. Turn a little this way for me. Perfect. Ready? An exciting race today. Let's get your perspective. So you and Lucas are new to the team. How are you settling in? Okay, so how did you feel about being ordered to give up the position to Lucas? Great. Well, that's everything.
Hey, look.
Well, I
I
kind of
know
made a
that
mistake,
wasn't
so
easy
not
letting
really
me
a
pass,
choice.
but it was the right choice. It was good driving.
Yeah, that's how I describe it, mate. Just good, not great. 1 in 6. 1 in 6 makes the leap to F1. The other 5 are still watching their less talented teammates collect all their points. Shame, really. A lot of great drivers never get their chance because they do it all for the team.
Those teams got us here.
Yeah, but it's the drivers that take the risk. We should get the rewards. You ever won a race in F1? That's how winners think.
And remind me, how many F1 races have you won?
You watch this space. At the end of this championship, I'll be the one lifting the trophy, and I won't use my teammates to nick the podium.
Okay, I'm out. You believe what you want, Devon, but it's still early days.
He's either very clever or you're just a pushover. You really think if the situation was reversed, he'd do the same for you? No. You want to start looking out for yourself. No one else will.
I really like what they've done with the cutscenes, but I kind of wish they did different options, so we didn't kind of just stand there and watch everything unfold.
Look at them go! Devon Butler locked in wheel-to-wheel racing with his championship rival, desperate to shut them down and stop them getting past. And there's contact! Butler simply left them nowhere to go. There was just no way for them to have avoided that. And look, there's significant damage. Not sure if that was down to recklessness or sheer aggression, but I'm sure the stewards are going to have something to say very shortly.
Don't give up. You're still in this race. Okay, the stewards have awarded Devon a penalty. Push on, you can still catch him. You can still beat him. Devon sat in P8.
It's like a Vettel Hamilton in that Canada incident. Should have left this space. It's Roberto Merrill. Setting up a move now for the final
Devon's
lap.
P7 at the moment.
Makes me think about it up the inside into turn 4. A little bit of oversteer. Finish the race.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
A great win then for the Carlin team today. So, Davide, what did you make of that?
Well, it was a bit of a roller coaster, I think. Absolutely congratulations are in order here. That was a spectacular race and a fantastic drive from our winner. I think though, that after the race there's going to be a lot of eyes on Devon Butler regarding that collision. He's been very lucky today, in more than one way. Lucky to have broken away, lucky to have only received a penalty. It's a shame his rivals wasn't equally lucky today.
As we can see, it's time for the podium, and I can see the Carlin team underneath our commentary box going crazy as their driver walks out. It was a great win, and it means a great deal to this team. And now, let's take a look at the driver's standings. It's a good result for Devon Butler, who moves further ahead at the top of the table.
Well, things didn't really go your way today. Let's have your take. It seems to me that collision with Devon clearly cost you a lot of time. Are you disappointed with the final result? So did you ever think you'd get the place back from Devon?
He was too out of reach by the time he pitted.
I've seen that you and Lucas have been picking up a lot of points recently. What do you think of your championship chances? Appreciate your time.
Hey, Devon. Devon, stop.
Not now, I'm busy.
Hey, what are you doing out there? Seriously.
I'm gonna celebrate my excellent drive.
We saw what you did. It was reckless. You should have been black flagged.
And I wasn't because it was my line. You were in my space. You shouldn't have been. Next time, stay out of my way.
No, someone could have been hurt.
And that didn't happen, so what's your problem?
My problem is that your actions out there are too dangerous.
Listen, contact happens, okay? Took my penalty, but I kept it focused, kept it smooth, and came out on top. That's racing. Every time I make a tough move, do you want to play race director? Then quit driving and take the job. Until then, I don't owe you anything.
Devon, you don't get it. It's not me you should be apologizing to.
Look, you grab your space on the track, and then it's all or nothing. That's just how it goes. And anyway, you still couldn't beat me, even with my penalty. So no hard feelings, okay? Not from my end anyway. Chin up.
So here we are in Abu Dhabi. Each and every event in the Formula 2 calendar has led us here to this, the final event of the championship, and one that promises to be a spectacle every bit as exciting as we might have hoped. Yas Island Circuit is a 3.4-mile racetrack built on the man-made Yas Island. In addition to the 21 corners, it features two very long straights. Now these will be the driver's main overtaking chances today into turn 8 and turn 11. Joining me for one last time here this year is Davide Valsecchi. Davide, I'm glad you're here because I think I'm going to need help processing all this. Surely, this is as exciting as it gets.
Yeah, you're right, Alex. It's the perfect finale. Two drivers, rivals of season, now going into the final race tied on points, both way out in front at the top of the standings, meaning whichever of these two drivers cross the line first will be crowned the champion. I can't wait.
So we are nearly ready then for the start of this final scenario
Okay,
race.
this is it. Last race of the season. All you have to do is finish in the points ahead of Devon, and the next time we see each other, you'll be the F2 World Champion. No pressure then.
Good luck. No pressure at all, Jeff. Just finish ahead of our biggest rival, and probably might agree with me, the biggest rival ever on the F1 games is the 5 red lights. Come on here for the start of this Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go. We've got a decent-ish start, but we are falling back a bit as now down our inside. Jack Aitken licks the stamp but absolutely sends it there. Really couldn't believe he did that at the time as we go to the off-board cameras, but he only gained an extra position ahead of his Aitken, so not huge gains, but I'm not sure where he started, so it possibly was fairly good, but he's only just ahead of us now as we go around the hairpin and head down the 2 massive straights. So we'll see this one first, the first DRS straight, and then the second coming up as we go back on board. Right, now have a little look. We won't have a look, but we'll be looked at by Nick De Vries to go into the chicane. And on the exit, bit of not the best of exits as we cut back to the hairpin a lap later, and we are massive moment of oversteer there. That's one thing, like I keep mentioning, oversteer. You get the power down too early, that back end is going to step out. As now Nick De Vries comes on our outside, tries to go all the way around the outside, but defender to the inside, squeeze him out with 5 places behind Devin Butler. And now it's a purple first sector, a green middle sector, and down the inside of Lando Norris. There, and actually the car we overtook was actually Jack Aitken. Good move there on Lando Norris.
You're now in P7.
Run a little bit wide there, but we head back to the second DRS straight, and you're going to see a lot of action at the second DRS straight. Kind of spoiler, but not really too much of a spoiler. 3 place ahead on George Russell down the inside. Again, little kick of oversteer, and now we're behind our teammate Lucas Weber. Now that we cut on and George Russell has another look at getting back past us there. We defend, we have a little kick of oversteer, but we do stay ahead of the Brits. Now heading into the hotel section of the track, we've got a massive kick of over there, full lock left, full lock right, and we have spun just on the exit of the corner that goes underneath the hotel. And we've lost about 6 positions there. We're now going to get a move on down inside of Alex Albon. Not sure what he drives. But we're getting the move on again. We're on lap 7 of 11, so about 5-ish laps to go. Now side by side with Louis Delatraz, we do the switch back and send it down the inside. We've been completing move after move into that corner. Not sure what turn it is. But down the inside, Delatraz coming back at us. We're going to switch back to the inside, just like we did the lap before. We're going to defend him again.
Devin is in P3.
Steer. Another little kick, but this time we have stayed ahead of him, but he's still there on our inside, and he's gonna go for it here. We've given him the space, but with him doing that, we've sent ourselves wide, and Louis Delatraz is back ahead of us now. As Butler then sets the fastest lap of the race, so I think he's currently leading the race now. So I hope that winning the F2 Championship is well out the window now. He's locked up. He got to the inside and there's contact on it. With half spun. He got a penalty for that. But not for the actual contact. For corner cutting. When we got forced off the track. I mean, here's something that's been
We've been awarded a time penalty. We'll go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
Let me know what you think in the comments. I don't agree with that. Because now I think that's where I'm literally, when I do the voiceover for this, I'm literally looking at the video in the tiniest box, so it's hard to see the names. Quite sure. But we're going to do the switchback like we've done all race long and re-overtaking now.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
We literally are fighting for the unwanted positions as we broke way too late into that corner, tapped the back of whoever that was, sent around. Devon Butler and Lucas Weber sets another fast lap of the race. Here comes Phil Walker. I think that's it. He's absolutely just flown past there like a Mercedes and McLaren Honda. And we're going to try and go back down his inside. Oh, big kick of oversteer. We're going to do the switch back very tyre-to-tyre contact, but we are past. Another big kick of oversteer and he's going to get us back here. You see what I mean? We're just trying to get those two races, two feeling because driving an F1 car in this race. So just getting all power around in the back end, just didn't like it. But now we're on the back, we're going to try and do that same trademark move down the inside, and there's contact just like what happened before the hairpin. It's happened again with half spun. Devon Butler has won the race along with the FT Championship. We're gonna come last, and what a horrible race that was.
There were questions at the start of the season as to whether they could really go all the way, but there's no question anymore. What a special year it's been, and here they are, the new Formula 2 World Drivers' Champion. So Russian Time have won it, and what a great race it was. Talk to me, Davide. Was it everything you hoped for?
Everything and more. He had it all. The rivalry, the tension, the excitement. These two drivers have been locked in fierce competition all season. And to see it comes down to head-to-head battle for the line like this, well, this kind of things doesn't happen very often. Devon's performance today has secured the championship, and he has every right to be proud of that. I'm just happy I was here to watch it.
Enjoy it, but look, 'cause it ain't gonna happen in Formula 1, I can tell you that.
That result also seals the Formula 2 World Championship title. Congratulations to our winner after an incredible season. Now then, Davide Valsecchi, who would you say was your driver of the day?
I'm going to say Jack Aitken. It was probably one of his best drivers of the season, and I was impressed.
And what a season it has been for Arden, who reached the pinnacle of greatness here today by finally claiming the team's championship title. There was also a strong showing from the Russian time team today as they make their way up the standings. And after all that excitement, I think it's time for a lie down. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you when Formula 2 returns.
Well, things didn't really go your way today. Let's have your take. Well, you went into this final race with the championship in your grasp. How are you feeling about being so close but missing out?
What do you think, Claire? You've just lost the F2 championship. Is that really a question that needs an answer? I'm going to answer it anyway.
Wow, that was a thrilling end to the season. But I imagine not the result you were hoping for.
You're actually having me on, aren't you, Claire? You're actually having me on. Stop asking me stupid questions. Of course it's not the end I wanted.
Wow, we've been hearing rumours of a possible future for you in Formula 1. Care to comment?
Yes, announcing the team very shortly. About another 2 minutes in this video, so...
Great! Well, that's everything.
Devon, much as it hurts, we admit that was a great drive today. Congratulations. On the championship as well.
Well, I'm sure you thought you had me for a while, but I guess your luck just didn't hold out. Oh, I haven't got long. Could I have a quick word?
Sure.
Privately.
Oh, okay. I'll see you later then.
So, I'm sure you've probably already heard, but if you haven't, I'm going to be racing in the F1 Championship next year. Now, I don't know what your plans are, but let me give you some friendly advice. Don't try following me. For sure. You might get an offer from one of the smaller teams, probably someone desperate, and then you'll be stuck in P18 all season with car trouble. And you won't ever really be able to challenge me. But you stick it out here for another year, now that I'm gone, you've got a fighting chance of winning next year. And if you can manage that, I'm sure one of the larger teams would love to have you as a development driver.
Oh, you little...
Look out for
Oh, come on. I can't wait till I'm in the F1 car.
He does not want to race you.
Slap into every race.
Ridiculous.
I was listening to the whole thing. Too bad for Devon, though. I'd be shocked if you don't have an F1 contract offer already. And if my deal pans out, man, his head is going to explode.
Ah, welcome. Come on in. Take a seat. It's time we had the big conversation about your next move. Your performance at the F2 Championships last year got you a lot of attention from the Formula 1 teams. Some of it more positive than others. I'm not so concerned with who does or doesn't like you. You'll have plenty of time to win the doubters over. But I am concerned with our choices. They're narrowing as we haven't shown commitment to anyone. Now, as your agent, my advice is to make your decision now. We can worry about comfort and finer points further down the line. I need you to review these. You've earned every single one of these proposals. So take your time, have a read through, and don't get too hung up on specifics. Let's get you a Formula 1 seat.
So now it's time to announce that the career my team will start is Toro Rosso, and I chose the Red Bull Driver Academy. So we're going to pick Toro Rosso after I just had a look through the teams. It was close between Toro Rosso and Haas. I really did want to do a Haas career, but then I saw a load of Haas careers on
Excellent choice.
on
From my
YouTube.
conversations with them,
So
they're
I
going
wanted
be
to
very
do something
excited to pursue
different.
this opportunity with you. I'll
So I
let them know
decided
our
to go Toro
intentions
Rosso.
immediately. I'll have to clean up some
That's where
final
we'll be
details with
kickstarting
them.
our career.
That's what you pay me for. Other than that, congratulations. You've earned it.
Hey, you're here. I'll catch up with you.
Sorry, I'm just on my way out, but your workstation's at the back over there. It should be all set up on the network, but let the guys know if it isn't. From there, you can access all the data you need to help us direct development of the car. Get yourself settled, and then head out to practice when you're ready. I'll catch up with you later, okay?
Welcome to your new team. Toro Rosso are famed for nurturing promising talent and kickstarting the careers of exciting drivers, from Vettel to Sainz to Ricciardo. But they're much more than that. This is a strong team that expects regular points finishes.
But that's going to be it for this video, guys. I'll be back in a couple of days when we'll do the Australian Grand Prix. Goodbye.